With my deepest sympathy, I dedicate Remembrance in honor and in loving memory of United States Air Force Staff Sergeant Jacob M. Gallagher, Staff Sergeant Jake M. Turnage, Technical Sergeant Zachary E. Lavoie, Senior Airman Cody Johnson, Major Terry K. Brayman, Major Jeffrey T. Horniman, Major and Dr. Eric V. Spendlove, and Major Luke A. Unrath, who were killed on November 29, 2023, in a Boeing Osprey helicopter crash off the coast of Yakushima Island, Japan. And we all must reverently honor and be forever grateful for their Gold Star families, who must bear the unimaginable loss for the rest of their lives. Remembrance. Today on Memorial Day, we mourn, we honor, we remember those who sacrificed by giving the ultimate gift one can give to our country, their lives. Decoration Day came into being on May 30th, 1868. In 1971, Memorial Day was declared a national holiday. Flags each year are solemnly placed on the graves of those who have served, and commemorative observances are held here, throughout the United States, and around the world to honor those who gave us that sacred ultimate gift. From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, from Flanders Fields to Iwo Jima, from Pearl Harbor to Guadalcanal, from Incheon to Ardennes, from Anzio Beach to Normandy, from Omaha Beach to Saigon, from Gettysburg to Midway. It's a long, long way to Tipperary. As John McCrae wrote, in Flanders Fields the poppies blow, the larks still bravely singing fly. We lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders Fields. If we break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders Field. And a Company M, Adams, Massachusetts quote, whether in the trenches, on the battlefield, in the bivouac, or on the march, through mud and rain, over almost impossible trails, wet, sore, tired, lame, yet with courage undaunted, they carried their colors to victory, end quote, and lost their lives. We can never break faith. On January 6, 1941, President Franklin D. Roosevelt spoke of the four freedoms: freedom of speech, freedom of worship, freedom from want, and freedom from fear. This is what those who served and died fought for, our cherished freedoms for all Americans. We must remember, and we can never break faith. There are thousands of Americans buried overseas, in the U.S. Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana, in the Brittany American Cemetery in France, as well as Flanders Field American Cemetery in Belgium, in the British dependency of Gibraltar, and many other countries in the world. And where are the thousands missing in action and the prisoners of war? Are they still with us? Or in what fields have their weary souls finally been laid to rest? We remember, we mourn, we honor. We can never break faith. We mourn, we honor, we remember. From Arlington National Cemetery to the Golden Gate National Cemetery to the Northern Memorial Cemetery of the Pacific in Hawaii to Alaska Sitka Cemetery to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts National Cemetery in Bourne, we immortalize, we cherish. We celebrate the lives of those who answered the call, stood in harm's way, with courage and bravery, served our nation and gave their all, dying while fighting for peace. We mourn, especially all the Berkshire County service members remembered and honored in each of our cities and towns, who proudly heeded the call to duty, honor, and commitment to the United States. We can never break faith. For those left behind, the cost is immeasurable. Having been caught in the Arab-Israeli War in 1967, I know the terror of realizing you might not see a loved one alive again. It is inconceivable and inexplicable. It numbs the mind and the being. It absorbs every pore of your body. It is heartbreaking. It is surreal. And the weight of its horror presses on your soul. President Barack Obama, in his Memorial Day 2015 proclamation prayer for peace, said, quote, "We owe all those who sacrifice in our name a tremendous debt, including our nation's mothers and fathers who have given their daughters and sons to America, spouses and partners who shoulder the unthinkable loss, and courageous children in whom the legacy of their parents live on. Our nation will never forget the valor and distinction of the women and men who defend freedom, justice, and peace." End quote. For many of those service members and their families today, there have been wars and bloodshed and violence and horror throughout our lives, and it all seems so killing of the human spirit. And afterwards, always diplomats wind up around a table negotiating peace treaties. If I could give the world one gift to stop war, it would be a giant round table where everyone could sit at the table of peace first. Today, Memorial Day, as we mourn and honor all those brave souls who gave the most sacred ultimate gift, as we honor their families who grieve every day, as we remember our loved ones, I hope we will resolve to not only remember them, but commit each day to use our lives to work for peace, to use our lives to comfort the grief-stricken, to honor and cherish our wounded and disabled veterans, to do something substantive to heal their pain and suffering and not allow any service member to be forgotten. We are so indebted because of their sacrifices and their bravery, and we all need to sacrifice some part of ourselves to honor their lives. We are blessed because of their sacrifices. Through our tears of remembrance today, may we walk in the light of the freedoms they so nobly preserved for us. We can never break faith. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with you and me.